Hello everybody, welcome back. In this one we're going to be dealing with the village area. It takes us up to the beginning of the boss fight. When I was practicing with my pyromancer for the boss fight, it was pretty tough actually. Getting a lot of the range damage off on her, and it became quite stark just how much damage mitigation from armor helps with blocking and parrying. So if we come across any decent or better armor than we're already wearing, we're going to be using it. And in addition, I really need to curb my Inferno addiction, so all points from here are probably going to go into vitality until it reaches 20, because it's just what needs to happen. So for now, let's go ahead and into umbral here. Now I'm going to ask a question whilst we're at the beginning of this episode. Hopefully some people see it before I get too far into recording the next few areas. There's a decision to be made. Okay, there are a few areas that we want to go through, but we don't get upgrades for the pyromancer for a little while, right? We're going to get to the main hub, and there are going to be umbral spells, which we can't really use until we level up Radiance if we wanted to move that way. I haven't tried umbral spells yet, so I really don't even know what that would be like, but I'm completely screwing up here. I really don't like this weapon very much. We're going to change very soon. Ouch. Also going to be getting a shield soon as well. So we can either complete the areas fully straight away, clear them out as we go forward, which will be slower and, in my opinion, tougher, or we can run forward, grab a weapon that I want so that we can be dual wielding, as well as unlocking the blacksmith so we can have some +3 weaponry, and then clear out the areas that we'll be going through in a much easier fashion, in my opinion. But it will mean quite a lot of sprinting, so I don't know how easy that would be for people to follow. So just let me know in the comments what you would prefer. Obviously, if I've already started recording, it's too late. I'll probably err on the side of I will clear each area out as we move forward, rather than just rushing off into the future. So anyways, you can see here we just entered into the umbral mode so that we could get that stigma right there. These are important because they give us a currency, so you kind of need to make sure you do each one. There's going to be one at the end of each boss fight as well, the main ones, which will give you their remembrance, which is kind of like the boss soul. We probably used a bit much of our healing here, so let's go ahead and rest so that we can continue forward. We're going to do a bit of a kind of a trick in the next zone, so we're going to kind of clear the first half, run past the next checkpoint, and then come back on ourselves. Kind of ends up feeling better that way very often once I know where the checkpoints are. So hopefully you guys don't mind that. In any case, let's continue moving forwards. Let's get you. Ouch. I'm really not a fan of this spear at all. It's just too slow. For me, even though the swipe is probably pretty good in terms of like hitting multiple enemies, which is an important thing to bear in mind. The hordes that we get as we move forward are real. Expect to reach a fairly high level in this game. If you kind of level as you get all of your goodies awarded to you. Ouch. And the running attack's just really slow. One of the double attacks, the two-handed attacks would be better. I mean, that poke's a bit nicer. Luckily, my preferred weapon is very close by. I'm just really struggling with the speed. It's just way too slow for me. I've never been good with slow weapons. In fact, I think it might be in there. Is it in there? It's over there. It's very slightly ahead of us. And you know what? I wanted so much, I'm going to clear this area from the back. So we're going to run straight past all of this. We take this right-hand turn. Up the stairs. Stairs, steps. It's basically the same thing, right? Could even be in that garden. I'm going to hit the checkpoint right here at the back. Got everything reset so we can continue. And then we've got a couple of choices here. We'll leave this bit until we come back up here and... Actually, we're kind of going back down there anyway, so let's do that. So let's go into umbral. Take ourselves a drop down. I think if we pull that, it kind of lifts the thing back up. I don't think we have much use for that, realistically. Down here. And I'm going to get item from this. So many enemies everywhere. Vitality, or vigor should I say, for the vigor bank. Realistically, you're going to want loads of it. There's so many armor sets and weapons and stuff that you're going to want to buy. I don't normally encourage, like, grinding in Souls games, but this game, like, just throws so much enemies at you. I don't see how you're not going to end up with ungodly amounts of resources anyway. So I just don't think it makes a difference. You're going to be doing it either way. So we have another stigma. I don't know if we have to stay here or if we can run off. Get the reward. That's done. The running attack on the two-handed. In fact, this is way better two-handed now that I kind of use it this way. It's just a couple of extra vigor in an item there. And it's going to drop us back where we ran back up. Drop on this guy. He should all aggro. See how easy it is to parry with this. Wooden cross. Right, so let's go deal with this guy. So I've finally found how we get a second axe as well. We're definitely going to have a video on that. Repin on here. Charge R2. Didn't count apparently. So that's supposed to be our practice on getting backstabs. Man, look how little my health gauge is. I'm going to go down here if I'm not careful. Death number 1 incoming. It is easy to sign this game. I'm expecting quite a few. Unripe berries, and then the place where we want to go is behind the skeleton. It's going to be equipped on the lantern right now, yes, because we're going to need to. I mean, we actually want to be out of umbral. Alright, okay, I'm going to reset back to here for a second, because I should be out of umbral realistically. Which I guess everybody needs to do. So let's go get that done. Just get out of umbral here. And what I've noticed is, as I've been going through the game, it seems to want you to take like bite-sized pieces, do a little loop, come back, do a little loop, come back. It's kind of how progress seems to be. Let's get vitality up, that's what we're going with. Health, and lots of it, basically. Oh no, did I get the... No, we don't have the stamina ring yet, because we haven't cleared the village properly. So, we're taking the first little couple of bites, now we're going to do most of the main village itself. Need to be quick about this guy, because the other two on the side can make this a bit painful if you're not careful. Okay, so we're gonna go with clearing this out. Out. No dodge there. So something I think I pointed out in the last one. You can dodge while you're doing the cleansing of these parasites. Let's have the ladder. That's up to you to decide whether or not you want to use a spell or a throwable on that. I'm just going to use a spell, it's easier right now. Well, hopefully I can reach this dude over there. Which helps me out a little bit. There's the rest of them. Hello you! So many. Ouch. What I would say is, like, don't worry about dying too much. Provided you don't die to the skeleton on the side, you'll be fine. The other problem with the skeleton on the side is elite enemies seem to have the ability to, like, pick up your currency, so just be careful of that. It'll be a bit of an issue if you start losing it. As long as you keep picking it up, you can power up and it makes your journey through a little easier. Up to the penitent robe. So, because damage reduction is an issue, let's see. Like, I'm going to have to do stuff like that. Even though I don't really like how it looks. It's usually illegal to me. So, we're going to... Do I want to aggro everything down there? We should be fine. I'm coming this side. It's just going to help me keep an eye on the fact that we want everything. Should be... It broke out. It should be an enemy waiting to trap you in there. It all decided to aggro on me. Break this so we can get the chest. Load combination? Not really for me. I think it's a... I can't know if it's strength or radiance. But it's not our build, I'm afraid. Ouch. Why is everything aggroed? Aggro range is so far. Up. Do-do-do-do. That's ammunition. Mana stone cluster. That will actually start building up for us as we get through the next zone. So that's, yeah, cleared all the left, cleared all the left. Mana stone, we did the body. You see what it means? We've got kind of through the main village. Now is a good time to go and rest again because, you know, we're a little bit damaged. But I'm going to choose to run past the skeleton anyway, so we're going to wait for this to patrol to the left. It doesn't drop anything particularly amazing, but it is going to be worth kind of fighting it. It is kind of basically a smaller version of enemies we're going to be facing later on. You can choose it from up here if you wish to, especially now that you've got all the enemies cleared. Like ordinarily, that thing over there would be firing at you right now, but because we don't deal with that already, we're fine. So we're going to go to this so we can get across. In addition, we want to drop that down, so we're going to go ahead, we're going to put some fire over there. His, like, fire attacks can go straight through that bridge, for whatever reason. It's a bit weird. But as you can see, we can kind of cheese him from up here if we want to. But the main thing, we actually want that item down there, that's a shield, but we're going to leave that for a second because I want this stuff first. This stuff's all cleared now, look. So the dangerous enemies back there. Or most dangerous, should I say. Damn it. Damn it. No. Damn. I'm gonna die in here. I knew it. Okay, round 2. This time I threw some fireballs and they killed one of the enemies already. So it should be a little easier. Let's get this guy down. Cool. Excuse me, Mr. Caster. Go to the loot and then we should have here raw mangler axe. We are immediately switching to the raw mangler axe. It's going to look like it does a little bit less damage, but overall, it's just better. Much quicker, and deals ignite damage, so if you hit things enough with it, it'll set things on fire, and therefore do damage over time, which is pretty good. In addition to that, we're actually going to get a second one later, and at which point, everything gets better. Everything gets better once we get the second axe, which is why I really want to rush people forward to that. And that's why it's kind of part of my suggestion. Right, let's get out of here. Oh my gosh. I'm going to go and have a bit of fun. Grab this. Thank you. Shield. That makes blocking and, in general, anything defensive even more effective, which is nice. Can't tempt to have a go with you now that we have a setup I'm a little bit more comfortable with. I don't really want to fight that guy whilst we're in Umbral. We definitely want to put the shield on though. Let's have one go with the skeleton. Why not? We're on 16 minutes here. We've got time. Actually, no, we do, because we've got quite a bit more of the area to do. Let's rest. I don't really want to path around skeleton. The problem is it doesn't drop enough for me to care about it. If it had like a special item or something that I thought was important, we'd do it. Although I did think we had the... Oh, it's because I put it in strength, didn't we? There we go. Thought we had the ring by now. Do we have the ring? No, must be soon. Don't think it drops the ring. Okay, so be careful here because the dude sat down. Damn it, I didn't get stuck enough though. And that just works way better than with the spear as well. So the shield isn't amazing or perfect, but it is better than not having one, so I definitely want to have it. Can we reach that with the axe? Yeah, we can. There's the ring. Straight on. Do not hesitate. That goes straight on. I don't think I have any amulets. No. Yeah, we're going to get that on. What we on? Yeah, medium still. It's fine. There we go. Special defense. It's going to look a bit higgledy-piggledy, but what you going to do? Shortcut in a minute for now. Down here. Lantern. Get into the Umbral realm. Got a couple of options down here. But it doesn't really matter too much. It's not like it's overly difficult coming on down. A bit of extra resource never hurt anybody. Now, usually when I play casters, right, I try not to put any points into physical stats because I feel like, you know, you're kind of missing the point of being a caster when you do that. But people were saying during the stream maybe we should spec for a better shield because it makes a big difference to have a nicer shield. Also, better armor makes a much bigger difference than I would usually expect. Which is why we're changing to higher defense right now. Because when it comes to blocking, your armor's going to feed into the multiplier for that. And when you're trying to like, block big attacks from bosses and stuff, it's too important to ignore, unfortunately. Or the beginning parts of the game. That's all that done. Very good. And then we should have ladder. So we've got more big guys here. Realistically, you should get around this guy. Kick this down before you do any fighting. My turn. You have a kick. It's on fire. Haha. Taking damage over time. We're doing perfectly fine for heals right now. Let's go ahead. Out of the umbral. Hello, you. Much better, right? Look at that. Way better than we were doing before. So we're now participating in combat in a much more confident manner. So I don't think there's anything else down there. No. Reflection. Come on through, come on through, come on through. This takes you back to where you were, so if you didn't want to like loot it before, you could come down again, like right now. Interesting, I suppose. And here, we're gonna go first vestige, and I suppose like you're supposed to use it here, so we will. This is like a temporary checkpoint. I don't think there's any loot at this. This is just a way back. Kind of weird. I don't know why they put you on a drop off to get down and then give you the way back straight away. I know there's some kind of lesson trying to show people here that, oh yeah, by the way, sometimes, oh man, sometimes you get stuck. Oh no. Whoops, what did I do? There we go. Managed to get out. What did I do? Speak to Boyo. Alright, so now it's telling you when you go to Vestige Siege, you can do this. This is like placing an optional checkpoint. It's temporary, so when you place a new one, it replaces this one. Use them sparingly, in my opinion, because they don't exactly come commonly. You just select the thing, press triangle, and then select a place on the plant somewhere. You can see that it's a place you can put it because it's blue. If it's not, if it's somewhere you can't put it, it's black. I probably could have shown it, but if you put it over here, it would go black, meaning you can't use it. Anyway, for us right now, let's go ahead and upgrade character. More health, it's a necessity. Go ahead and rest. Right, off to the next zone. Off to the next zone we go. Right, so realistically, all we need to do here, run around and grab stuff to start with. Right, there's just stuff everywhere. None of it's like essential or anything. We all want all the loot, right? There are extra enemies here if you go into the umbral realm, so we could do that. Got some doggies. It's interesting how the enemies all prefer to attack you, so if we'd have just left them, they're actually all attacking each other up there. The skeleton and these guys apparently don't like each other. Oh no, he's gonna do this big swirly, swirly. Do you mind, sir? Now he's gonna do his machine gun. Like, do you have to? Now he's gonna do swirl, swirl. Wow, you are doing all of your worst moves consecutively here. Stop it. With space, these aren't so bad. Don't stand on the nails, they're obviously there to hurt you. don't really. I haven't been using this. Some fire back. There we go. We go from 49. And with some extra stuff. 99. He gave nothing. That's would have been nothing. Right, so they're just not worth it. Not really. There are a lot of enemies right now where it's like, if you can avoid them, just avoid them. I need this. There's a door for later. Don't worry about that. Then I found it easier if we jump off this. That way. Oops. Make it out without getting set on fire, usually. Also, I went into that corner, so I kind of just got myself singed. So, back to the checkpoint for me. Health probably isn't high enough, really. But that's my own fault. So next up, we're going to be taking on the boss of the area. I actually think this is my favourite boss so far. Just because it's a really nice display of the game's mechanics. So I do like it a lot. I don't like either of the headsets we've got. I really don't like this very much. The whole Jeepers Creepers look isn't really my favourite. So defense as high as we can get it, because we've got a couple of extra pieces on. Most of the classes will start with high defense, the cultist. And we've probably got a better shield as well. But we will work with what we have. We don't care about that. Or that. I don't think she's vulnerable to holy damage. She's vulnerable to fire. Could be good. Anyway, realistically, find the next boss, you kind of got to get a bit close to it. So it's a bit of a parry test. Not that difficult, because I think the game handles parries very well, but just worth knowing. Either way, that's the end of this episode. I hope you guys are going to enjoy the series. Next up, we'll take on the boss, and then we are into the game's hub. The game will start opening up a little bit. You have lots of options. You're probably going to start wanting to grind things. Notice how much of a demon that is. So yeah, let's remember how simple they just kind of fight each other. So yeah, I'll catch you guys again very soon. And what I'm going to recommend for the boss is go and have a couple of practice tries, and then you'll find that there's a dude waiting here to be summoned once you've died at least once. And that is what is going to make your time in there a little easier.